Okay, what is up guys? Today we are going to be talking about ethno-nationalism. Now, if you watch Richard Spencer, this is an idea he likes to toy about with a balkanized USA, and I'm just going to tell you why that idea will never work. I've uploaded a video called What Would a Race War Look Like? I don't know if it'll be uploaded before this video or after. I'm having some troubleshooting problem, should I say. Um, okay, so a lot of people think the only way to resolve racism is to build walls, not bridges, and through separation of people. But this in itself, this idea is so destructive. It would cause so much war. It would cause so much instability that whatever you're trying to achieve, because not everyone's going to agree with this idea, by the way, whatever you're going to achieve is whatever you're wanting to inherit as a plot of land for your people, it's just going to get wrecked in war anyway. So yeah, because everything will just turn into a junkyard because of conventional weapons and shit. So how you gonna do this without nope. How you gonna do this without causing mass destruction? And people say, oh, well, we can go on one side and they can go on the other side. Okay, so how are you gonna do this without imposing violence? Because not everyone is gonna agree to this idea. And then they'll say, oh, we'll give people incentives to leave. We'll start an incentive program. Okay, well, what happens if they don't take incentives or they don't agree with the incentives? Or what happens? So, yeah, what are you going to do? And where are you going to get money for these incentives to give to these people to force them to move out? You know, this idea was done in... Look at Israel and Palestine. Look how much trouble that has been caused. Look, when India and Pakistan first happened, when the Hindus went to move to India and the Pakistanis went to move to Pakistan, look how much destruction that caused. And then people say, oh, Poland is an ethno-nationalist state, and look how safe it is compared to Western Europe. Look at the economy of Eastern Europe. Most people are trying to leave that shithole, so don't bother saying, oh, Poland, you know, Poland is so great. And then they say about Japan, Japan's not an ethno-state, Japan just has strict immigration policy, that's not an ethno-state. It doesn't count as an ethno-state. And people say, oh, well, why can't whites have an ethno-state, but the Jews are allowed one in Israel? I have no sympathy towards Israel or the Jewish cause. I made videos against Zionism, so I don't think the Balfour Declaration should have ever been written because Arabs and Jews were living in peace before the British Mandate of Palestine. So I don't agree. Well, fair enough. I agree with it now because what can you do? It's already been made. You can't change it. But if I was alive back then, I would have opposed it. But it's already been done, so what more can I do? So, yeah, and, okay, what happens if you're mixed race? What happens if you're half white, half black? Which side do you go on? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to be ostracised by both sides. So what are you going to do about a mixed race person? How are you going to deal with them? So... And then, what's it called? And then you say, oh, well, we'll just create a mixed race state. But then you're literally separating people's families. Like, if they have a black dad, their black dad's gonna have to go in a black country. And if they have a white mum, then their white mum's gonna have to go in a white family. You see how it doesn't work. So, what happens if it's a mixed race person? So... yeah, it's just weird, and what about the people that are old in age and are dying anyway and aren't gonna want to start a new life in a new country? Like, they say, oh well, they're just a biological problem, it's just the young ones that we've got to get rid of. Oh, okay, fair enough. And also, with the destabilization process of a war that will happen, trust me, which it will, how do you not know Russia and China will just seize the opportunity to invade the United States? Um, and then you won't get your ethno state anyway. And also, who will be in control of drawing these maps? Like, the Latinos, the Latino population of the USA is 20%, but I doubt they're going to get 20% of the land. So, yeah. So who's going to be drawing these maps? Will it be white people? Will it be black people? Of course, whoever is drawing these maps are going to make it favourable to their own race. So they're going to make sure they get the best land, with the most arable land, with the highest access to all the ports, and with all the oil and with all the nutrients and everything. So whoever draws the map is of course going to favour their own race anyway. And how do you stop these ethno states from becoming globalist states? Because you've created these states to divide the races, but what happens if the black state wants to invade the white one? Then you have blacks once again living in white states. Or what happens if it's the other way around? The white states then want to invade. Let's say a ton of oil has just been discovered in the drawn black states, and there's a huge famine in the white states, and then the white state in the USA wants to invade the black one. So that's no longer ethno-nationalism. That's now globalism. That's now colonization. You're now intermingling and involving yourself with the races, which is something you're trying to go against. So yeah, because either way, if you create a barrier, one side is going to invade the other anyway. You can only divide yourself for so long until another conquering force comes in and occupies you. So globalism is going to take hold in either of the states anyway, and you're going to all be living amongst each other once again anyways. So that's why I just think it's stupid. And the whole deportation with the refugees, how are you going to track down every single refugee? And so yeah, they're already here now. That's the point. They're already here. You can't stop them, not unless you can track billions and billions. There's already millions of them here, so I don't know how you're gonna get some special force that to get rid of every single one of them. It just seems like an impossible mission to me. So yeah, and what happens if the UN? I don't think the UN's gonna like this idea. I think if anybody tries this, the UN are gonna put their peacekeepers in. They're gonna, it's gonna be, they'll just literally sanction the countries to death. These new ethno states that won't be recognised by the UN. The entire world will just block trade with them, because they're going against international law by creating new states that goes against UN resolutions. So not only do you have a state that you've created so much destruction to get, but you're not even recognised by the international community, and you're even boycotted by them. So yeah, that's why I just think the whole idea of an ethno state just seems absolutely stupid. And obviously, if you're cutting yourself off economically, think about it. Your car comes from Germany with oil from Saudi Arabia. You use a laptop from China with American software. We already live in a pretty interconnected world, so I think by creating ethno states and by cutting yourself off, you're like wrecking the potential free market growth of your country. So how's your country going to expand economically if you don't trade with outsiders, or you have a distrust of them? You're sort of putting yourself back in the dark ages there economically if you cut yourself off from the rest of the world. North Korea does it, so they've cut themselves off from the rest of the world. And the people are half starving to death, so it could just be the same for any other ethno state. So yeah, and whoever is drawing the maps are always going to make it more favourable to them. Like they'll always make their race have it. And for example, I don't think people think along the terms of race that much. I think if somebody's lived in an area they're well settled in, they went to school in, and they had their first marriage in, they sort of raised their children in, I don't think they're gonna leave because they have so much memories. You know, you can't destroy people's memories, you know. So people aren't gonna take the incentives anyway because if they have so much memories of the place they're residing in, they're not just gonna leave, you know. Doesn't matter how much money you're gonna give them, even if you're gonna give them a bit. See if they live in a 2-story house and you give them a mansion to go and live off in this white state. If they live in a 2-story house, if they grew up in that 2-story house, I'm sorry, they're not gonna leave no matter what. So, yeah. So yeah, and obviously, so yeah, I just think the idea is stupid. So yes, embrace this diversity. Yay, fun for everyone. Can't wait for the comments. I'm gonna be called a huge globalist scumbag who wants to invade the entire world now, a cultural Marxist. But yes, diversity, our greatest strength, in very robotic voice. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell diversity to you, I just think ethno-nationalism sucks. Well, white ethno-nationalism specifically sucks, but not showing favourites, I hate everybody no matter the race. But since I said that I hate everyone, let me ironically finish with the words, peace. See you later.